Instagram. And so then I have this that I use. I'm actually live on Instagram right now. Just making everybody see something like that. Okay. All right. And then I'm going to plug in here because what this is I didn't tell you my audio part of it. The audio part of it is simply this. Now I'm live on Instagram and the screen looks good, but I can't see anybody, which sucks. I can't see any love hearts. I love seeing the love hearts. Okay. So the audio part of it is this. I got a headset on. This is a Samsung PDX1. This is a consumer product. It's awesome though, because it does something that the professional products do not do. No professional products are set up like this, where the receiver for this transmitter is powered by the computer and it goes straight into the computer. That's freaking awesome. Nothing else does that other than if you have to use an interface. I can't even show it to you because I can't reach it over there. But if you just go to Google and you look at Google Samsung PDX1, you'll see the receiver on this. And it's powered by the computer and it's going straight into computer sound. But it's got a headphone jack out. Okay, the headphone jack allows me to split it because I use a splitter cable to go to TikTok and Instagram. Freaking awesome. So right now I'm live on TikTok, I'm Instagram, and I'm about to go live on Facebook. Okay, how are we live there? That's cool. Let's live. And then my mom sees this every single time. Okay, you have to say that you are good with me streaming on Facebook. She's like, I saw you again. Somehow you appeared on Facebook. I'm like, I know, I'm streaming. All right. So yeah, let me know if you know how to reverse the front camera for Instagram, because I cannot figure it out. And I really don't want to use the back facing camera. Okay. So everybody here, we want to get into the film industry. That's why you're here. So tell me what you think is stopping you. The biggest thing. I mean, I know you can do it. You can do it eventually. And you know that. And you're smart people, you're writers, you're actors, your filmmakers, your DPs, your videographers, right? Shooting weddings, your editors, a lot of actors here, a lot of future producers. What do you feel is stopping you from your goal of working in the industry? Now, I'm on Zoom. I'm also live here at these other places, but I'm going to be mostly talking to the Zoom people here. And then, that you guys can learn to. But I'll be talking to you guys. So tell me in the chat, what is it that you think is stopping you? Okay, we've got money. We've got upfront cost, living check to check. Okay, good. They're going to get access to this. You ready to blow that up? You ready to blow that belief up? Okay. Because you don't want to be stopped by that. Sometimes we kind of do want to be stopped by, but not really, because you want the good life. Okay, I'm living paycheck to paycheck. That's stopping me from getting into the film industry. Okay, all right, I'm gonna ask you why. How would I get on set? I'm judgmental. I'm worried I tell them an accurate perspective that would cripple their ability to perform their job. Okay, are you worried what they think about you? You worry that if you tell them who you really are, that they're not going to hire you. I'm a little bit confused. What is your concern about yourself or your situation? Judgmental, that they're going to judge you. Okay, that makes sense. I got that. But let me know a little bit more, Nathan, because I can't really tell from that comment. Okay, mine is location. All right, so if you live in a small city, I've had people start in Omaha, Nebraska. Okay, so no matter where you live, you've got what you need. So what do I mean by that? I mean, you've got news. Now, I know news is not the point. You don't want to do news. But wherever there's a camera, there's sound, and there's talent, that's all you need to get started. We just need to get started, and then we can move to a bigger market that has the big feature films and all that stuff. So even if you're in a very small market, you have what you need. You got documentary, you got news, you got events, you got conferences there. They do side projects where they got a camera, sound. So you got that. You can use that. You can put it on your resume. You can help with the audio. You can help with the production design. It's not going to be a big feature film, but it doesn't matter. Once you know how to do this, you know how to do some stuff to be helpful on set, you can then move to a bigger market. So even in the tiny little towns, you got political videos, you got interviews, you got corporate video. So you got stuff you can use. Okay. So therefore, you do not have that problem anymore, do you? All right. So now we have another one. I'm shy. Okay. So shy is something that you think about yourself. But let me tell you this, everybody in the film industry is pretty much shy. They're pretty much all artists and introverts. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Now you might be like, okay, but my anxiety holds me back from performing. When it counts, I get fear, I get anxiety. Okay, welcome, welcome, me too. Welcome, you're an artist, you're a performer, and that is going to be just, you're introverted, that's who you are. You're with your people. Now, what if you're like, when it counts, I get shy, I get introverted, I get fear, I have the fear reaction, I'm not able to perform. Okay, that's something that if you look around and ask all of us here, we all have that situation. So you're going to learn how to perform through the fear, through the anxiety. And what I will teach you to do is to feel these feelings of anxiety, of fear, and allow them. So instead of being like, oh, no, I don't want to feel that. There's something wrong with me. It's overcoming me. Believe me, I know exactly what you're dealing with. Okay, me too. Other people too. So instead of pushing away the feelings and thinking that you shouldn't be feeling anxiety, that you shouldn't be feeling fear, just allow it as a vibration in your body. Okay, just allow it to be there. Because when you resist it is where it causes you problems, where you have the physical sensations of panic, of terror. But just that's happening, by the way, when you're resisting it. If you'll allow yourself to feel any emotion and notice that it's just a vibration in the body, it's just your atoms vibrating in your body, that anxiety, that fear, that depression, that fear, when it really counts, it's just a vibration in the body. You feel it, so does the director, so does the producer, so does the other actors. Okay, it means you're alive. And by the way, the anxiety and the thought, the anxiety, okay, the fear feelings, that fear reaction, when you accept it, when you allow it, you're like, okay, there it is. My heart, it's just, I feel it here. I feel it here. I feel it here. I feel it here. It's moving all over the place. That means I'm alive. I am now allowing it. When you allow it, you're actually kind of like loving yourself. You're still not going to enjoy it, but you're allowing it. And because you're allowing it, and it's a vibration in your body, you are loving yourself. And it will dissipate. Then it will come back. And then it will dissipate. But when you resist it and you say, I shouldn't be feeling this. I don't want to feel this. Damn it, I'm feeling this. I'm feeling anxiety again. I'm feeling fear. It's fucking me up again. Damn it. Then you're resisting it. You're not loving yourself. And what is right now, you feel anxiety because it's important to you. The audition is important to you. The meeting is important to you. The conversation is important to you. The film festival is important to you. You want to make something happen. Now, what is causing the feeling? So now I want to give you access to it. What's causing that feeling of anxiety, of depression, of fear? It's coming from a thought. So we're used to just not even noticing our thoughts. We're just used to like, okay, living, and then thoughts come in, thoughts come out. We do have 60,000 thoughts in a day. That's a lot of thoughts. So I want to give you awareness of your thoughts, because it is your thoughts that are causing your feeling of fear or your feeling of anxiety. It's coming from a thought, of course. It just doesn't come over you. Now we think that it just comes over us, but there's actually a thought there. If we can isolate this thought, now we're going to start having some control. Because the fact is, there's a film industry out there. Okay, circumstance. There's a film industry out there. There's people that work in it. It's very busy right now. There are actors that are also producers. There are actors that are also writers. There are directors and actors. There are people that have been in the film industry for a long time that are working in the film industry and making a career out of it. Other people are doing it. It's very busy now. That's good to know. These are all circumstances, though. These are all facts that we cannot control, right? So I want to break this down for you so that you're able to see how you can now get in the film industry, how you can now become the person that you want to be through the film industry and through your own efforts and managing your own mind about how you're thinking about the film industry. Because we can think about the film industry and we can have thoughts that it's too hard, or they got all the people that they need, or there's other people that are better than me, or whenever I go into the audition, I get nervous and I suck, or I'm just going to suck again. Okay, all of these thoughts, it's just like without being able to see that they're just thoughts and having a tool that we can work with these thoughts, we're just kind of fucked, because it's just like, okay, oh my God, I'm just trying to navigate this difficult thing that all these other people are doing. And I want to make an impact on. I want to make a meaning of it. I want to make my life have meaning. I want to have purpose. And what comes in is all of these thoughts. I'm too shy. Where I live is the wrong place. I judge myself. I don't have no money. I don't have any money. My mom would say, okay, Mom, watching. I corrected myself. I am money. Okay. Money prevents me. Okay. If money prevents you as a thought, how are you going to feel? You're going to feel defeated, right? From that place of defeated, what do? Remember, from the place of defeated, what do? The feeling impacts your actions, right? Yeah. So from feeling defeated, like I got no fucking money, I feel defeated. The actions that I take out there are going to be like small actions, a lot of procrastination, a lot of just, having conversations from a defeated place, judging ourselves, thinking about the worst thing, like I'm never going to have a career in the industry. From the feeling of defeated, it impacts your actions. You procrastinate, you judge yourself, you catastrophize, like it's never going to happen because I have no money. You create a cycle where things don't change because of the thoughts. You keep having the same thoughts, okay? And then yet the result is that money holds you back. I got no money. The result is money holds you back. Your thought created that result. So you could say the circumstance is that I have zero amount of money in my bank account. Now, I know that's not the case for most of us here. But say, the circumstance is, the thought is I don't have enough money. But what is the fact around it? What is the amount of money that you do have? And that's what you need to do, is break out the facts. Now you can work with it. And you go, I got no money and it holds me back. That's a thought you have. And then now you make it emotional and I got no fucking money. You make it mean you're not going to get anywhere. So the result is you don't get anywhere. We got to break that cycle through awareness, through seeing how we're thinking about it. Because you could be like, I got $500 in my bank account. Okay. Or I got $250 in my bank account. And how do I want to think about that? Well, that means I got $250 in my bank account and I can earn more money. I mean, look at the outside world right now. There are jobs freaking everywhere. It's always our thoughts that are holding us back, though. But that's not the job that I want. Yes, maybe it's not the job that you want, babysitting or doing brand ambassador work or doing background work, but do it now because it's just temporary. So the thought can be, instead, I got $250 in my bank account. There's a lot of jobs I can do to build it up on the weekends. Yes, it's not what I want to do, but it's what I can do right now to make $1,000, to make it $2,000, to make it $5,000. I can do it. The thoughts are going to be, the thoughts you choose to believe is what creates your future. So I am shy is a thought. There's a big film industry. I am shy. That makes me feel defeated. Then from being shy, there's nothing I can do. Okay. You catastrophize, you beat yourself up, you procrastinate, you do other stuff. And then the result is I'm shy, no work in the film industry. So, the great thing, and always remember whatever I tell you, it's always for you. It cannot hurt you. It can only give you awareness. And never beat yourself up. Never. There's no upside to beating yourself up. I suck. I'm not talented enough. I'm too old. I'm shy. I have anxiety. All these things. Just work with it. Work with it. It's just a thought anyway. And you have 60,000 of them. Never beat yourself up for the thought. Just be like, okay, it came in. Now I'm going to work with it. Okay. Beating yourself up has no upside. And I'm always for you. Only your okay would be stopping me. I don't know. Oh, you're okay? Only you're okay would be stopping me. I don't really understand that. Give me a better understanding of that. Because if you're asking for my permission, Brian, I say, go for it. You got my okay. You got my permission. Will you give permission to yourself to go after this career like a mofo without procrastinating or thinking that there's something wrong with you that's going to prevent you from getting there? You know, that thought will stop you right there. There's something wrong with me. Welcome to the world. Everybody thinks there's something wrong with them. So you think that thought's unique. There's something wrong with me. That stops me. No, pretty much everybody here, including myself, have that thought too. So I'm sorry, you're not unique in your thought there, which is good news. That means that it's just a thought. See, thoughts are just sentences in our mind that we thought again and again and again. And then they seem real, but they're just a thought. It's 60,000 of them. You just latched onto that one. You're like, okay, this is my problem. But you've made it a problem. It's just a thought. There's like 60,000. You could have another one like, well, I'm unique. Just that thought gives you a different feeling. There's something wrong with me, gives a feeling of despair. I'm unique gives me a different feeling. Instantly, it gives me a different feeling. I'm unique. I'm human. I am in touch with my emotions. That's pretty cool. I have compassion for myself. I've been through a lot of hard shit. And that makes it mean that, well, there's nothing that scares me anymore, really. I mean, I will feel fear, but I'm not going to stop. What you make things mean is super important, because you can say, I'm shy and I'm fucked. That means I'm fucked. Or I'm shy and that means I have a lot of access to my emotions and I can really understand other people too. Remember, a lot of sensitive souls on set. Everybody's a sensitive soul. Everybody pretty much is an introvert on set. Yeah, just a lot of artists, okay, that are just like you. You know, you might be on set and be like, oh, people are too busy. They don't want to talk to me. Or you could be on set as, oh, these people are really working hard to make this production go well because they care about their careers. The thought that you choose to kind of latch onto and develop inside yourself, generate, will create your outcome, create the result. You can either feel alone on set, and then take actions from a place of loneliness. Hey, being trepidation on set because you feel a little bit lonely. Hey, I don't want to bother you. Or you could be like, hey, feeling lonely, you know. And by the way, any feeling that you have, I want to teach you. This is just such a little tiny amount of time that we have today. But I hope that you're I just want to use it to kind of shift all of the things you think are stopping you and kind of see that, oh no, there's answers to this. There's ways that I can shift this. And that would be important to me. And I want to develop that. That's what I did. You know, I came in with like, okay, there's something wrong with me. And I'm so fearful, although I would never admit it. I had no access to these thoughts. I didn't have any idea. I'm just like, you got to fucking drive hard out there. Okay. So I'm just like, okay, I'm so scared. Although I didn't even know it because I wouldn't even allow myself to go there. But the truth was, I'm so scared. So therefore, I've got to just go in there and tell people what I want and make things happen. So then I would come across as too aggressive, you know, and I'd also be coming across as totally desperate, both. Now, the fact is that nobody cares about Janet Urban trying to get into the film industry. They're like, I've got my own career. I got my own worries, and you're just annoying. So that's the problem when you start in the film industry. It's a very delicate time because you don't realize that you're trying to get in, but nobody gives a shit. and you care. And that's so how you're thinking about yourself. That's why we're talking about this, makes all of the difference in the world. You know, like me coming from the thought of like, there's something wrong with me, but I'm going to fucking get into the industry, gives me a feeling of like pissed off, basically. Then I'm taking actions from being pissed off. And then the result is I turn off a lot of people and I get blacklisted. That definitely happened. That happens. We come across as desperate because we feel desperate and we take actions from a place of being desperate, and then we get blacklisted. So if you're contacting people and they're not responding, it can be that you're coming across as too aggressive, too desperate. It happens in the beginning of when you're getting into the film industry. So if you're like, okay, now she's made me feel fearful. Okay. The fact is there is a real world out there. And how we are being is important. That's why we need to learn how to manage our mind, manage our emotions, shift our emotions. This is all extremely important because you either stay stuck and you spin and you turn off people and you don't know it, and these things are going to impact your career for life, or you start to get awareness of the way that you're thinking and the way that you're talking and what you're creating out there in the film industry, because it's a freelance business and they can hire you on a second or not hire you on a second, or hire you on 1 second and then not hire you the next time. And you won't know why, and nobody will ever tell you. That's the film industry. Yes, that will keep most people out of it. And that's why you're here, is to talk and learn and see yourself, learn from somebody that's been doing this for 25 years and then been teaching this for 13, 14 years now. I've been on doing this with people all over the world for 12, 13, 14 years. I'm trying to say, when did I start? Because I started, but then I didn't do anything. I didn't really do anything with it. But I did, but I wasn't making any progress for a long time. Anyway, that's good to know too, because things don't always happen right away. But now I have this so wired that I know what to teach you and how to manage your mind. And also, so that's the mind stuff. And then there's the strategy part of it that I also teach that gets you into the business fast. And so this part, now I think that you can see the value of this, right? I mean, I have barely taught it to you, but you see that whatever there is, that there's a problem that you have. Oh yes, we will work with it, and we can work with it, and you can shift that. I'm too young. Okay, that thought will give you a feeling like I can't do it, despair, and that's going to impact your actions. Honestly, being lazy. Underneath lazy is fear. Anthony, that's all. That's all. That's okay. You're just procrastinating, and you're telling yourself that you're lazy, because you don't want to say, okay, I'm fearful, but don't be afraid of fear. I mean, are you human? You are a human person. You want to be able to, you're an artist too. You want to be able to feel all the emotions. That's fine. That's how you get access to it. See, if you don't ever do any mind work, then you're just reacting to everything out there, and it's all out of your control, and you're bummed out and pissed off all the time. But once you start to understand that you do have thoughts that are impacting your feelings, which is impacting how you're showing up out there, you start to get good at this. Now you have control over everything. Now you have control how you're showing up out there, which impacts how fast you go into the business and how people perceive you and how you perceive yourself and how you show up in all these important situations that you're creating your career with. Oh yeah, you got your hands on it now. So when you don't have access to it, you're like, oh, it's just so much in the unconscious, and you feel bummed out. You don't know why, and you feel out of control, and you feel pissed off, and you don't know why. But once you start to see, oh yeah, that feeling's coming from the thought. Like, I feel bummed out right now. What am I thinking? It's so hard to see until you start to look. And then you're like, oh, I'm feeling bummed out because I'm thinking this is so hard, that it's not going to matter ever anyway, that I've tried before and it didn't work, that I don't have enough talent, and that, I'm not going to get it in the city that I'm in, whatever thought that there is there. Then you see that that's giving you this feeling. Okay, from that feeling, I'm going to say, I'm not going to do stuff, and I'll label myself as lazy. I'm going to spin on it. I'm going to go to bed at night sad. I'm going to, wake up unmotivated. All of these actions are coming from this feeling, and the result is you don't get anywhere. So this is unintentional model, what I've been sharing with you here. All of that's unintentional, meaning that you just do it without having any awareness or consciousness with it. And therefore it's unintentional. Like you're not trying to create this result, but that's a result that's happening. But when you see it, doing these unintentional models, because this is what I call the self-coaching model. I'm going to teach you inside the Alist mastermind, which you may want to do or not want to do, but I think you will. We'll see. You'll see. You'll decide. But self-coaching. Yeah. It's like, but maybe I just want Janet to tell me what I'm doing. Yes, but I can't be with you every second of the day. And you're creating this career yourself, aren't you? You're going to be the one on set in all these moments. You're going to be the one there talking to people in these departments, creating your career. So it will be very useful for you to self-coach, to know how to self-coach. Yeah. Then you'll have it for life, and then you'll go fast, because it's the difference between spinning and making nothing and being stuck, result of being stuck, versus going really fast into the business, creating all these situations where all these people are like, oh, I'm going to put you on my phone. I'm going to put you on my phone, put you on my phone. I'm going to call you. I'm going to refer you. I'm going to give you this opportunity. Oh yeah, Anthony would be perfect for this. Referring you, bringing you in again and again. Again, nobody will tell you anything about the industry. They won't tell you what you're doing wrong. All of a sudden, either you're getting a lot of calls for work or you're not. This is the case of people that have been in the business for 20, 30 years. There are people that have the connections, that are really good at their job. They've mastered it. It's not about knowing how to do the job. It's all about who you're being on set that's making people go, I love that person. And you can go either way in a second. So that's why it is so important to start to understand what you're doing and creating out there consciously instead of unconsciously. And I know that you're like, I just want it all right now. I get it, but it is a process, and you will learn it through being in all these situations. All of the experiences is what will make you grow, with guidance by me or another mentor, or just, Tony Robbins on YouTube, whatever. You can do it yourself. That'll take you longer. But still it's good. And you've been doing it already. I know you have. I know you've been getting training. I know you've been working on yourself. So I'm just kind of confirming that you're on the right path. And this is really important. Because there are people that work in the film industry that don't work very much. Oh, sure, it's a freelance business. There are people that don't work very much. They don't know why. They just think it's not that busy or something. Or the people that used to hire them, they're not hiring me anymore. What can I do about it? So many people like that. Now, when you've been in the business and you got a taste of that, and now people are not calling you, that fucking sucks. Because now you're like, oh, I think I have to start driving Uber now or something. That sucks. And you can't see what it is. Those people cannot see what it is that's caused the situation, but it's coming from their thoughts, which is affecting their feelings, how they're showing up out there, their actions, which is affecting their results. Everything happens in that situation. Everything happens for a reason. You're causing everything. They're causing everything. I used to think that when I get to be like an old lady, nobody's going to hire me. If I think that's true, then that's going to be the case. But what I find is that as I get to be older, I'm 55 now, really old. For some of you guys are like, wow, she's old. I'm powerful. And I know I can work as long as I want to. Old lady, they're going to hire me like crazy, because they're hiring me like crazy now. Why would it stop? It's not going to stop. They're just going to be like, oh, I love her. And they're going to call me just as much as they do now. But I'm in charge of that. I can let myself be old and decrepit, and then, I'm not the best choice on set. Or I can be thinking, oh, I'm freaking experienced. I love all these people. These are my people. I'm working forever. And the result is they're going to work. They'll call me for as long as I want to work, basically. It's generating from my mind. Can you see that? That's my example, but hopefully you can see yourself in my example there. What you're thinking produces your results. So this is the mind part of it. This is what makes you super successful. Oh yeah, let me show you this one. Oh, this one is a model that we did with somebody last week, which was super good. Now, unfortunately, since I haven't figured out Instagram and Instagram's good, TikTok's no good, but meaning it's not flipped. So it's like, wow. Okay, so, but let me just take it through for you guys here on Zoom. There are shoots out there. That's a circumstance. The T line is the thought line. And we think about the shoots out there. It's not going to work anyway. How many people have thought this thought? A lot of us. Yeah, for sure. It's not going to work anyway. So then we come in with a feeling of apathy, defeated, despair, all those words. But feeling like it's no joke, it's there. That's how I feel. So I feel, fuck, it's not going to work anyway. And from that, we're taking actions like procrastinating. Okay, like, see, from that feeling of apathy, it has a whole bunch of actions, a whole bunch of things that we're doing out there in the world. We procrastinate. If we do email, we like to over explain. Our resume is like got the kitchen sink on it, and we hope that they connect the dots and think that we're good people. We're not getting training. We're not getting a second job to get money so that we can then make the move or be in a stronger position or buy that new car that we need. All of this is impacting in our actions, right? And then the result is that we're not working in film. So this is the person that we are today. Okay, this is our models today. And we have the thoughts and the beliefs. Beliefs are just thoughts we've had again and again and again that seem true. Okay, so we have a bunch of models. Like we can see that we have this is just like one. There's like, for every single thought that we have, I'm too shy. In addition to that, I'm too shy. In addition to that, live in the wrong place. In addition to that, right, we got a million thoughts about what's going on. And I want to teach you to see the impact of those thoughts across the board again and again. And they're creating all sorts of different results, different feelings, different actions, different results. So this is what we have today, all of the thoughts that we have today. And that's giving us a result today of not getting enough work in the film industry. Makes sense, right? Now you're going to start bringing it from unconscious to conscious. And then we got all the steps. That's what I was writing here. We have steps that are leading us along our path to our future self, our future career, where we are now full-time professionals doing acting, 60 grand a year as an actor. 60 grand, that's doable. Okay, maybe you need to move to make that 60 grand, but you can make maybe a couple $1,000s back here where you're at right now. You start getting some stuff for your resume, start getting that acting feeling in your body, or maybe it's directing or camera work. You start working as a second AC, as a DIT. Maybe that's happening right here. This is your future self. You've got different thoughts, different feelings, different actions, and different results. Right? So future self has got a different result, right? The R line here is different. So current result, future result. The only way you get to a future result is to have different thoughts that gave you that result, to have different feelings that gave you different actions that gave you the result, okay? Hope it's not confusing. If it's confusing, just know that, you're learning it for the first time. So I think I'm going pretty fast. I would be confused probably, but I'd also be like, there's something here. Yes. So here's the thing. While you do what I'm about to show you really quick, and then I'm going to show you even more in depth, strategy. While you do the strategy, you need to do the strategy from the thoughts and the feelings of your future self. Standing and you've done it. And then when you hit obstacles as you're doing these new strategies, look, obstacles are going to come. It's to be expected. But also amazing stuff is going to happen too. So everything you're going to experience on the way to you actually, doing that job, making that money, you're going to be approaching it from your future self. Like, hey, I've already done this. I know I can do it. I've got all these people that love me. I'm good at my craft. Those are the thoughts you have, right? Standing your future self. I love being on set. I know I'm good at my job. These are my people. I'm meant to be here. Those are all the thoughts you have, which is giving you feelings of excitement and enthusiasm and growth. Okay. Those are your feelings. So now as you go on this journey, you have to be taking actions from that future self, those feelings and those thoughts. That's a person that's taking the actions. If you don't, you will be stuck in what you have today and the results you have today. So it can't be these models that are doing these things. It has to be these models. And that is the work. That is the work. Does it make sense? Let me tell you quickly the A-list model. A-list means A-list, top person in the business. A-list way of thinking, A-list way of expectations for yourself, A-list way of speaking, A-list way of dressing, A-list way of preparation, A-list way of managing our mind, which is what we're talking about. A-list way, going fast way, believing in myself way, having my own back way. Okay, A-list. That's why it's called A-list mastermind. We practice being A-list. We be A-list. Beingness. We be. So what do we need? What do we need if we want to create this amazing career? We want to create our brand as an actor, filmmaker, editor, costume design. I know that I'm writing really bad. So TikTok, don't worry, you couldn't read it anyway. Costume design, stunt person, voiceover artist, right? Okay, so we want to be hired for these things now. So we reach out to production companies and producers and editors, and we go to film festivals and we try to meet people, right? And we try to get these jobs now. But the problem is we don't know anybody. They don't know me. They don't know you. They don't know us. And we know we don't really have enough professional experience. We haven't gotten paid enough doing these jobs. How do you get good at these jobs? Shoots again and again and again and again, or doing that job. Night shoot, high-rise building, beach shoot, different scene, music scene now, process trailer now. Okay, the shoots are what makes you good at the job, also, which makes you good at the job so that you're worth the money to get paid to do it. So what the biggest thing that you need is connections, because connections will give you the experience. So the biggest thing you need is a base of connections, people that will hire you and get you on shoots every single week. So you need to know producers, you need to know directors, you need to know production managers, you need to know first ADs, you need to know second ADs, you need to know key PAs, you need to know coordinators. And for your departments, depending on your department, if you want to get in the camera, you need to know DPs. You need to know first ACs. If you want to get an art department, become production designer, you need to know production designers and lead men, all the people inside those departments. So you need a base of people. You need to be on set. This is a strategy part of it. We did the mind part of it very briefly, so you can at least see that you can do this. And now you got to create a base of people. Now, how are we going to do it? Well, the A-list method is we get on these freaking sets every single week. We don't spend time in film school. No, it takes too much of your money. Not necessary. Nobody's hiring you from your resume anyway. They're hiring you because you're referred. It's always going to be your energy, your approach, you that gets you hired, not your resume. They're not looking through a bunch of resumes to pick the best person. No, they're like, hey, who's good? This person shows up. So you don't need to have film school or acting school on your resume. I know you want respect, but that's not going to get you respect. Anybody can pay a bunch of money and get into debt and take classes. Now, if you're in school, or if you're a professor here that's listening to me, I have people that are professors here that sometimes come in and listen to me. That I love education. I just don't love debt. I love learning. Are you kidding me? I love sets and all that. I don't like debt though. Sorry, little bubble came up. I don't like debt because debt means you got to take a 9-to-5 job to be able to pay that $600 for 20 years. So that's why I don't like it, because I know the best place for you to learn it anyway is going to be on a professional film set. Reality is always the best thing. Professional film sets freaking rock. So that's where I teach you to go, is to get on film sets. Okay. So film sets, what's the best way to get on a film set? Assistant jobs. Oh, they need you. They're assisting. You get paid $200 a day. That's awesome. So assistant jobs get you on set all the time, meeting everybody. Because what did you need to get hired for your craft? You needed connections. You needed people knowing you and loving you as a person so that they would think of you and hire you for these jobs. Who's hiring you for these jobs? The people that you're working with on set all the time. Yeah, if you're an actor, it's producers, it's casting directors, it's agents, it's people that you're working with. So assistant jobs get you inside working with these people inside. So everybody is trying to get in through their brand from the outside, trying to get discovered, doing their YouTube videos, trying to submit their stuff to film festivals. You can do all that stuff, but you got to, and please feel free to do all that stuff. But you got to build your base. You got to be inside the business working. Just not going to happen any other way. So this is strategy, right? I'm making it clear for you what you need to do if you really want to make this career. And it's worth it, guys. Believe me, it's worth it. So you want these jobs? I'll teach you how to get these jobs. I'm going to show that to you soon. Okay, body of work. That's the next thing. Because here you're working with people every week. They love you. And then what makes them hire you as an actor, here you're working with them as an assistant, is you got to actually do the job. Yeah, you got to do the job that they're going to hire you to do. So you need to build a body of work. And how we do that is in the Alist method. This is a method that I teach you in the mastermind. Is you do the professional project strategy. And what that is, and you're going to, this is going to sound really familiar to you, but you have never done it because you have to be inside working consistently to do this, but you will. So professional project strategy is where you work on spec shoots, freebie shoots, shoots that professionals are doing. How did you meet those people? By working on professional sets. So, I mean, right here, you're on Netflix, right? Okay, you're working for Netflix, reality TV, music videos, okay? Making $200 a day as an assistant, okay? So you learn the job, you learn the industry by working it while you're getting paid. That's the Alist method. That's what I'm going to teach you in the Alist mastermind if you choose to do it. While you're on set every single week, you're working in the departments and you're meeting people. People are doing projects all the time. And how do you know that? Well, that's how everybody moves up. If you're a DP and you want to direct, you're going to do a project to show that you can direct, to have evidence that you are a director. So that's a professional project. Now you can work on that as an actor, as a camera person, as a grip, as a voiceover. You can do promotion for it. You can do second camera for it. Professional projects, it's like working for free or low money. It might be not even be $200 a day. It might be free, but who cares? You're getting experience. Then you can talk about it with your base, and then they now know that you can do the job. They will hire you. Yes, because people will hire you for two reasons. First, they have to know you and like you. They got to like you because they got to spend 12 hours a day on set with you. And number two, they think that you can do the job. And they will know that you can do the job when you've been doing the job. You got to do the job. You can't say, oh, I'm a PA, but I would love to be an actor someday, but I'm not doing anything for my acting. Oh, that's not going to work. You got to do it. So in the Alist method, I teach you how to do 20 shoots to prepare you to get on these sets consistently for your base where you're using these shoots. So now I'm going to give you more in-depth video on this. Everybody good so far though? Like I got bifocal, so I have to go like that. Everybody good? Yes. Okay. Let's go. Okay, hold on. Advanced video. Share. I know you can't see anything yet. It has not occurred yet where I am showing you what I'm going to do for you now. We're going to go for another hour for sure. Okay. So